Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. We are getting into some more Halo Infinite, picking up where we left off after another excellent last part. A lot of stuff going on as far as the story goes as we get to kind of the end of the game here. We got to be getting really close, I feel. So first and foremost, this business with the weapon being a copy of Cortana. Now, I believe that the game tried to make it out to be more of a twist than it was. I'm going to be honest, I kind of assumed that was a similar case to begin with. The weapon being some kind of copy of Halsey being designed by her, or so I assumed anyway. And obviously Cortana was very much the same thing. So I figured it was just kind of the way that they were designed and not necessarily a literal copy. Basically the weapon being an AI that is the same as Cortana, except for the fact that they never met. The Master Chief and the weapon never met previously and had all this history and stuff like that, and maybe that impacting the personality of the AI. I mean, a lot of interesting ideas there. I don't know if it's going to affect kind of anything within the story itself, but I thought it was an interesting idea, and it gives a little bit more depth and personality as far as the weapon and kind of her internal crisis of identity. I don't know, a lot of things going on there. Beyond that, the last part, finally facing Escharum and having this really interesting final boss fight with him. Now the fight itself was kind of whatever. I mean, he was basically just a bullet sponge. But I thought there was a really interesting idea that it played around with as far as the character and the idea of legacy and this final battle between the legends and stuff like that. A lot of interesting ideas there that I wasn't really expecting. I kind of went more in depth in the last part. Do you want to hear my discussion on that? But finally, moving past that now and getting to the Silent Auditorium, I'm very excited for this to see what this is finally about and maybe confront the Harbinger. So with all that being said, let's jump into it.
Are you ready? It's about to get rough. They're waiting for us. I think they're all waiting for us.
Okay. Right. So this is like the final thing. I'm guessing all the forces have converged in the auditorium. Something feels messed up? Yeah, no, you don't say. Tell me a little bit about that. All right, now I know we did this. We did see this in the last part. I'm gonna kind of.
Oh no. What is it?
I'm gonna watch it just to kind of recap here,
I
though.
should have realized. That's not what it was called. I've been here before.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I locked her down.
Yeah, this is where Cortana died.
This is where Cortana died. What do we call her? Here, go! Did you hear me? We're here. You need to go.
I don't know if I ever realized if the weapon actually completed her mission or not. I mean, there's supposed to be, again, it's more significance to the line, I think, that Cortana's actually dead. But then it kind of doesn't seem like it. I don't know. Oh shit, I forgot I had this thing.
Negative. Pull back.
We'll be in touch. You got it. I'll be waiting for the call. Try not to die. You hear me?
Oh, shut your ass up. I just saved you. You think I need help? Hmm? Oh, you think you're slick, huh? Oh, maybe. He pulled out a sword. Oh, his friend's there too. Oh, shit. I love the grunts. I feel like there's so much more personality in this game with them. I don't know. They did a great job with that. They seem so much more like pathetic, you know? Oh shit. Alright, we gotta take that thing out first, I think. Where'd he go? There we are. There we go. Good lord. Just as well that I have this, huh? This is pretty damn good. Jesus. He can't kill everyone. That's where you're wrong. That's where you're mistaken. Nice. Okay. Now, did it ever explain what this place really was? Am I still in for that?
This door requires a power seed. There must be one nearby. Look around.
I have seen your future, and I have learned there will be no more sadness, no more anger, no more envy.
You know what pisses me off the most is that this idea of Cortana being this type of character is actually intriguing to me, and I don't have a problem with it. It's just that the entire last game completely failed to demonstrate that change in character to me. And like this game, even though Cortana's not even in the game because she's apparently dead or locked down or whatever, like it's doing such a better job just in these brief like flashback images and stuff in conveying the threat of her character and some of her motivations and her capabilities. It pisses me off because like that's a cool idea. I don't mind that. And they just didn't really do anything with it though. And now we have to rely on it in this game, which kudos to Halo Infinite for bringing some of that like back. I honestly could have just kind of left it as is. I'm surprised to see how much they're like bringing these things into the game, even in just kind of more distant ways like that imagery there, or these whispers. It's intriguing. I'm very interested to see what's going on, kind of like this.
What's the plan? Take me back to the Infinity for deletion? Halsey's gonna love that.
The UNSC is gone.
Atriox, how did you...
It's time to discuss the terms of your surrender.
See, do I still even know why Cortana wanted to come here to begin with, to this ring? You guys are mentioning it's like a more powerful ring or something to that effect. Which I believe, but... Oh no, I'm sorry too. I'm sorry for myself. Look at what's coming. Let's see what this thing does. Not enough. Oh, and the door locked behind me because of course it did. What is that? Give me that shit. It's time for some big game hunting. I think I missed on that one. Oh, I'm out of range. Okay, let's get it. It's just that simple. Who's the hunter now, huh? Hmm?
I got this. Are you okay being here?
No. Not really.
Why not? I feel fine.
She was expecting you, but Atriox got to her first. You meant so much to each
Oh,
other.
is that...
It can't be.
There was actually significance to that. I kind of wasn't sure. So what did Atriox... What did he do then? Because I thought the point was if the weapon locked her down, then we would have shown up and done that at some point. So why does it matter if Atriox got here first then? See, I don't know if I ever realized why they were here too. Like, the Banished? Because I still don't know what the Harbinger's plans are. I think is the biggest thing. Fuck am I going?
Look around, Cortana.
This place will become your home. This place will become...
Your great plan ended at the hands of those who made you.
Not yet.
Oh, such confidence, such arrogance. Do you believe a savior will come? A Spartan?
Yes, hello, that's me right here.
He didn't stop me when I crushed his skull. Threw him into the void.
No.
You asked me if I understood the consequences of defiance. And what did I say?
You said yes.
And then I asked you the same question. Reflect on your choices, Cortana. Understand the consequences.
I'm intrigued and also a little confused. This is incredible in its presentation and its ideas. But what I need is I need a good final payoff and explanation for all this shit. I need something to kind of wrap it all together and explain it to a simpleton like me. What happened there? I didn't... guys, it wasn't me. I didn't do anything. Trying to conserve my ammo a little bit here. I don't anticipate too many battle rifles lying around, but... Okay then, that was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm quite pleased with myself on that one. Oh no, what is this? What do we got here? More of these things. What are you looking at? Hmm? Fly away. Where'd he go? He's gone. There he goes. Poor bastard. What's going on here? It's not quite working on this one. There we are. Oh, I don't. This might not be the best combination here. I'm pretty close quarters. Where'd he go? Hey. God damn it, just recover your HP, Chief. There we are. Oh, I didn't want to do that, but that's fine. That'll work too. Definitely one of the moves of all time. For sure. This truly does just remind me of Halo 4 when I was walking around with like just completely pathetic weapons, and yet everything I pick up here feels important and impactful and useful, like as a weapon. It's distinct. I can't tell you how much more I appreciate that than some of the other things. Oh no. I hate it when that happens. Okay, sorry guys. All right.
I've learned so much, Cortana. This ring is different. It has secrets within that I will have. This Silent Auditorium.
Incredible.
The memories. The data. It's more precise. More complete. It's like...
We're getting closer to where she died.
Yes. But I was going to say deliberate. Like she wanted us to know something. I feel certain that I'm going back. So I'm doing what seems the best thing to do.
Now when you say that, voice in my head, what do you mean by that? Like, because the whole point of all that other crap was freaking the rampant seek, right? That was the point of ascending or whatever happened to Cortana and the AIs to begin with. But the point is like, I thought reaching the mantle and all that was supposed to cure that. So when you say you're going mad again, well, what was the point then of all that other business? What was the point in becoming, you know, the bearer of the mantle or whatever the hell, all that other crap? You know? Unless I'm reading too much into it. Which, you know, it happens. There we are. Excuse me. Excuse me. That was the wrong spot. I'm not so sure about that, dude. Uh-oh. God damn it. How is it so I can just have both of these? Okay, great, cool. Fantastic, even.
You have given me the greatest possible happiness. You have been in every way all that anyone could ever be.
Sure, why not? Wrong way. I do like, by the way, I like this architect, like, I like this level setup because this does feel different enough from the other ones as well. I believe I commented on this at some point that the Forerunner technology areas, that they did blend together a little bit, not nearly as much as, in particular, I would say, Halo 1. But this does feel somewhat distinct, at least in its layout and the encounters. I appreciate that. And I think... Oh, Jesus Christ!
My earlier efforts to delete you were misguided. I thought she wanted to rebuild this installation, to restore it. But I was wrong. Wrong. Please hurry. The seal is almost broken.
Which one are you again? Didn't I already... I took this one out a couple times, didn't I? A Dudent resolution or some shit? Close the seal, yeah? You sure?
I am starting to get a bad feeling about all this.
Starting.
Yeah. I could see that.
I was worried that you were perhaps unfriendly.
I still might be, asshole.
There is so much to know about this.
Fuck am I going? Wow. What man doesn't want to hear that? Okay.
Great plan ended at the hands of those who made you. Reflect on your choices, Cortana. Understand the consequences.
How could I have been so stupid? Halsey made a copy. It was the only way. There's not much time. If Atriox takes control, he has the ring. A weapon pointed into the universe. Nothing left to lose. My fault. My stupid fault. Not much time. Will this work? There's a moment. John will make it work. He needs help. Of course. Was this your plan all along, Halsey? Or is it mine? It doesn't matter now. Nothing else matters. This has got to work. He can't do it on his own. He needs me. He needs her.
It is time for you to make your choice.
I have. Thank you, Atriox. You helped me. You really did. Would you humor me? If you knew how you were going to die, how would you live your life differently?
I would change nothing.
Perfect. Thank you.
What are you doing?
Making things right. It was her. She destroyed the ring, stopped my deletion. Why? If anybody could have saved me, it would have been you. Everything has gone from me. The certainty of your goodness. I can't go on spoiling your life any longer.
This is incredible. I'm speechless, gentlemen. I don't want to say anything. It's hard to commentate on what's happening. And partly because, you know, I'm a little bit lost. But look, it is what it is, all right? We'll figure it out.
We're here. This is where Cortana...
Sacrificed herself.
So she got rid of herself to make sure to destroy the ring so that Atriox couldn't get his hands on it. And then in the process, it stopped the deletion, and that's why it failed originally. I'd understand that. I think I get it. Okay. And Atriox and all them, they just wanted it because they wanted it. Because why not? It's a weapon. Okay. Do I have some of the pieces, I assume? Maybe not all of them? Let's see here now.
The Silent Auditorium. Forerunner, obviously.
No shit. I could have told you that much.
Oh no.
Yeah, what is this for then?
What is it?
To rebuild everything? Is that...
Courtroom, a prison, a place of execution. All these things together. Why?
To cover their sins, we stood silent, unable to speak as they passed judgment. We could not defend ourselves. We could not reason with them.
Something's sending a signal. Before you ask, I'm already tracking it.
Hear this, Forerunners. Your auditorium has fallen. The endless found. Your sins undone. Today we return.
What's she doing?
She's trying to open a connection between here and somewhere else on the ring.
Where?
You deal with her and I'll find out.
Strip him of his armor.
Feel like I'm ill prepared with just a couple of hammers.
We will not.
Just keep fucking hammering until the problem goes away. Hold up, let me get a real weapon here. Well, we'll see about that, bitch. Well, there goes me. Fucking slump over.
Trying to open a connection between here and somewhere else on the ring.
Where?
You deal with her and I'll find out.
Strip him of his armor. I grow weary of this.
Trying to open up a connection to somewhere else on the ring. All the stuff with the endless and... I'm still not quite there as far as some of this goes. I feel like I should be.
There, I've intercepted the carrier wave from this transmitter.
You will not stand in the way. He is at
Holy shit, I'm fucking beating her ass. What the fuck? Okay. Oh no, I don't think that's what they intended, but that's pretty damn funny.
She switched transmitters, rerouting the power
It
through
just
that
looks stupid.
one. This isn't good. The connection is sentient. It's searching for something.
I don't think these are not optimal weapons here, I'm afraid. Is this what they had in mind, fighting the Harbinger with a pistol? Oh, shut your ass up, bitch. Okay. Sure, why not?
It's switched again. It's found something.
What?
No idea. But
I don't know. I don't know what I want to find out.
Here. Something's helping me.
Wait, what's that there? What's that? It's mine. I found it. Oh, it's a chieftain. Watch out. Oh, shit. Okay, god damn it. Oh, you got some fucking lunge on that, apparently. Okay. Well, we'll see about that. Oh, god damn it. Get your fat ass up there, Chief. Fuck out of my... I'm not fighting you. Jesus, I'm good.
Last one's down.
Our struggle is aimless. It will not end.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
What you need. Tell them. I am sorry it took so long.
Who's she talking to?
Unknown. The signal's old? Like, really old.
My time is ended. Yours too. They will make sure.
I love the design of this thing. It's one of the most, like, alien-looking things I've seen in Halo.
Of course you do. On my way.
The endless will return.
The Endless.
Decrypted in time.
It's okay. You'll figure something out.
Of course I will.
They'll pair you with another AI.
Maybe even another Cortana model if Halsey lets them. It won't be me. But you know that, right? But that doesn't matter. It's just another echo. She's right, John. Just another echo. Sorry, I'm messing with you. I just had a feeling that's what she would say. Do you see what I see? So much potential. I'm sorry. I didn't have long to plan this. A few milliseconds, really. I hope it worked out. Look at us. We just keep saying goodbye, don't we? But this isn't an end. It's a chance to make amends, to rectify mistakes. And it starts here. I was wrong. I thought that I could do this on my own. But I forgot that the whole point of all of this, the entire reason that I chose you in the first place was that we were supposed to be a team. Perfectly suited, perfectly matched, perfectly perfect. In these final moments, I know what my last mission is. I need to make sure you two learn from my mistakes. Become stronger because of them. I chose well, Master Chief. I really did. Now, it's up to you. Are you all right? I don't know what to say.
Yeah, me neither, bitch. I mean, what?
Scratch that.
What?
We need to get out of here. Like now.
Op suggestions?
I'm thinking. Yes, I know. Think faster. Maybe there's a way to.
Was that you?
Would it help if I said yes?
Probably.
But we don't know where it's going, or even if it's going anywhere.
Any other suggestions?
No, but this is a really bad idea.
Oh, jeez, where am I going? Okay. I'll just fucking fly off a cliff. Why not? I've done it before, apparently. A couple times, in fact.
Let's not do that again.
I did try to tell you it was a bad idea.
Chief! Your beacon just appeared out of nowhere. Oh, I thought I lost you. Where did you go?
Echo 216.
Stay put. I'm coming to you.
Where are we?
Chief, I think the better question is when are we? I don't know how, but we've been gone for days. 3 days, to be precise.
What?
This ring is different than the others.
The Banished and the Harbinger were looking for something that was never found. Why would the Forerunners hide something and throw away the key? Doesn't that scare you?
No. You?
Of course not.
Is anyone going to ask me what I think? I guess not.
Gone for 3 days. There's something obviously with... I mean, there's something with time, I believe. I wonder if that's kind of what they're getting at. Something that they found and threw away the key on.
Sorry. I'm really happy to see you. Really happy. So, what do we do now?
We finished the fight.
Yes, sir. The Banished still control the rest of the ring.
Wait. I know this is weird, given all that's happened, but
What? What is it?
we still don't know your name. We can't keep calling you Echo 216.
No, you can't. Esparza. Fernando Esparza.
It's nice to meet you, Esparza. Fernando Esparza.
Good work, soldier.
And what about you?
What about me?
What do I call you?
Any ideas?
Well, do you think it would be okay? You're sure?
You get to choose your name.
Then I think I might have the perfect one.
All right. Here we go. Whew. Get ready.
I can't believe it. They did it again. I fucking got tricked again. Damn it to hell. That's really the end? Okay. There was the post-credit scene. I wondered. And I already know what's coming, because I had to look it up. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, that is the end of that. Guys, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of disappointed in this ending. I don't know, like, what exactly the conclusion of this is supposed to be, other than kind of, I mean, a cliffhanger is a strong word, but it just kind of didn't end. Why? Why didn't it end? I thought this was supposed to be the big final conclusion of this new trilogy, and it just kind of didn't end. And you load up into the game, and it's back into the open world section where you just go do other what? Did I miss something? Is there more stuff to do? Where is the ending for Halo Infinite? Is it infinite because it just fucking keeps going on and on and on, and you just never give me a good ending to the fucking story? Or what? Like, I'm not like mad, but here's where I'm coming from with this. When I played Halo 5, I was very excited to see the continuation of Halo 4, which I thought overall was a fairly decent story. Halo 5 did nothing with Halo 4. The didact was gone, Cortana was ham-fisted and brought back in, I had a bunch of characters I didn't know anything about and didn't really care about, and then the entirety of Halo 5 was essentially pointless in explaining anything of anything. And it ended with Cortana being the main villain, but me not understanding why I should care. And then we get into Halo Infinite. The setup for Halo Infinite, the opening of it, is pretty good. I understand the threat of the Banished pretty clearly right away. They're a force to be reckoned with because they beat the Master Chief. Atriox, in particular, beat Master Chief. Now, I didn't have a lot of understanding about Atriox as a character because I didn't play Halo Wars 2, but I did watch the cutscenes of Halo Wars 2, and from what I garnered from that, Atriox was a decent character and something of a formidable foe, right? It wasn't just nothing. So I give it credit for that. And then we get into the main events of Halo Infinite here, where we're playing the game, and there's this sense of discovery, and there's a sense of mystery, which I thought was really good, and it reminded me a lot of, especially the original games, and in particular Halo 1. I thought that was pretty clear in the setup of being on the ring. I thought it was pretty clear in the architecture of the enclosed sections. I thought the open world areas were a lot of fun, and very demonstrative of the usefulness of having the Halo ring as a setting, because it's equally organic and also kind of mechanical in its construction. And I thought the gameplay of it was really good. I do believe Halo Infinite plays very well. I had a lot of fun with it in that respect. But we go through the story, and we're going through these elements of unraveling this mystery. We have the weapon, and we need to figure out what happened with Cortana, and we have these enemies of Escharum, and then this new thing, the Harbinger, and all this kind of stuff going on. And I felt like I was getting some semblance of the main plot. But my question getting to the end here is, why should I care? Why should I care about beating these foes? And I was waiting, and I was waiting, and I was waiting to find out why I should give a shit. Which was exactly what happened with Halo 5. And when I went on a 25-minute rant about why I thought that ending was dog shit, I figured, getting into this game, it looked like they had their shit together and were able to construct something of an enjoyable story. And as I get to the ending here with what we've just played, I don't feel any remote satisfaction in having completed the story, if I can even say that I completed it, because obviously it just keeps going and going and going, and it doesn't end. So why the fuck am I playing this then? I'm gonna be honest, two games in a row here, I feel like I just was left with nothing. And I'm mad. Angry is a strong word. I wouldn't go that far. But disappointed is pretty fucking accurate. I gotta be honest. Like, what exactly was the payoff for all of this coming up to the end here? I don't really see it. And more importantly, I don't understand it. there's a lot that I was waiting for in either this part or potentially a next part, if there was one, to kind of explain things. This was the biggest problem I had with Halo 5, is it doesn't explain things. It relied on you having background knowledge and context before even getting into the game. But in my opinion, and I don't think I'm unreasonable in saying this, the game should be the thing that gives you the basic context and makes you interested in the game. That I don't know if I sound crazy or unreasonable in expecting that, but I feel like Halo Infinite's ending specifically didn't do a good job with it. The rest of it, I think, actually did, which was why I came into this with some kind of optimism, and all throughout the parts, I was really excited to see how this would end. And now that I've gotten to the end, I feel like it just didn't stick the landing. It didn't give me the payoff that I was expecting as far as the answers to why I should care. Because that's the premise of what matters when you make a story, whether it's a game, whether it's a movie, whether it's a book, whether it's anything. Why should I, the audience member, care about seeing this thing through to the end? And I feel like Halo Infinite just didn't achieve that for me, and I'm kind of disappointed by that. So here's what I did. I literally looked up what the ending was. I'm not a stupid person, but I do feel like I did not get the answers that I think I should have gotten to have been satisfied with the conclusion of the story. I don't know if I missed something. It's entirely possible I did, whether that was a cutscene, whether that was an audio log, whether that was conversational points throughout the open world, or something that explained specifically the things I'm going to go over here in this article, which, I gotta be honest, now that I've read it, I do understand more of the threat of the Harbinger and all that kind of stuff. Now, when we got to the end here, and as we were playing through the kind of the first portion of the levels, I kind of understood more about what was going on as far as the original intention of the Banished and Atriox and stuff using the ring, Cortana sacrificing herself to make sure that didn't happen. In the process, killing Atriox, although I guess that didn't fucking happen, and all that kind of business, right? I feel like I got the most basic gist of the story, and thus the ending, in that sense, right? But that's not necessarily the same as the end kind of payoff. And so here, as we get into this, let me kind of scroll through this, right? I want to do this for my own fucking sanity, and so you guys understand where I'm coming from as far as this goes. So here's where we're at. Okay, right off the bat, ending cutscene. Atriox is alive, whatever. Okay, great. Signal's old, like really old. So I guess the point of this is that the Harbinger's idea of revenge, which was alluded to throughout the story, I caught that, I understand that. The premise of it was because the Harbinger is part of a race of alien that was able to survive the firing of the Halo rings. I don't know if that was brought up. I'm willing to concede that it might have, and I missed it. And that's on me for not understanding that. But that reading this over and realizing it was new to me. So I didn't realize the Xalanyn, or however you pronounce, what is this Harbinger's race called? Whatever. Anyway, the point is that this race of alien was able to survive what was called the Great Purification, which was the firing of the Halo rings to kill the Flood. And that made them a threat to the Forerunners, which makes sense. I get that. I understand that. I don't think that was explained in the game, but reading it here makes perfect sense to me, right? Because I understand a lot more now of kind of the power structure and the power dynamics regarding the Forerunners and their place at the top of the universe, right? Top of the chain. So this is a threat to them. This thing right here, this ugly bitch that you're looking at, is a threat to that. And so what they did is, I think the intention of the Silent Auditorium and all that all along was basically they trapped these creatures and essentially eliminated them. They took them off the board because they were a threat to the reconstruction of the universe, because they are something that wasn't supposed to be there. I get that, and thus the Harbinger's context for revenge against the Forerunners Makes perfect sense. Knowing that information and thus knowing the Harbinger's motivations throughout the story, I appreciate the character more. I do. And apparently then, at the ending of all this, the whole point was the Harbinger was reaching out and essentially trying to reestablish their race, or whatever it is. I believe is the point of this. And that was the whole deal with the signal at the very end there with the weapon. Oh, I lost it. Oh, well, don't worry about it. You'll find it again. What that is doing, though, is apparently is setting up more story through DLC. That's why the story didn't end. It wasn't just we killed the Harbinger and now they can't come back. That would have been one of the endings of all time for sure. But it would have been an ending nonetheless. But they didn't do that. They said, no, we're going to have the Endless potentially come back. And that's what this race is essentially. That's another name for him, is called the Endless. I don't know if that was ever explained. I thought it was going to be something else. That could be on me. That's fine. Nonetheless, that's what the Endless are, because they survived the ring and all that kind of shit. And so, as Halo Infinite potentially continues through DLC, it's going to deal more with the Endless then and the threat of them, if they come back and in what ways and whatever. I feel like we shouldn't do that. I feel like that mitigates this ending more. Now that I actually understand it through reading this article, I feel like we just shouldn't have done that, but that's the decision the devs made. Okay, not only that though, let's move on to this business. So fucking Atriox is alive. Now, why does that matter? It really, honestly, it shouldn't. I don't give a shit. I don't care if this character is alive or dead. I don't. But I feel like the fact that he's alive, again, it kind of cheapens the ending and beating Escharum and feeling like I had prevailed over the Banished if you're just going to turn around and say, well, actually, they're still alive. It feels kind of cheap. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. That's kind of my thought on that. And then it gets into this business here, which I actually didn't watch the legendary ending. But this gives more background context as far as the Forerunners and the original business way back around the time of the Great Purification and everything. This is all information that I don't believe was ever in the games. It's probably, by the looks of it, it seems to be in a book. Again, this is the Halo 5 question. Why the fuck does any of this matter? Even if I saw this cutscene, even if I reacted to it, I wouldn't know who any of the people are or probably give a shit. Because it's just dealing with things that are supplemental. Things that are not part of the game. Which, again, is that's fine to do as far as world building. Like, that's a cool idea. I'm glad that the Halo universe has enough information where you can do that. But if you don't have the basics of the game and its conclusion established to the point where I give enough of a shit to keep playing or finish the game, don't start throwing in other things on top of that to confuse me, a first-time player of this. Okay? I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't rely on articles or people, you guys watching in my comments, to explain shit to me because it makes me feel fucking stupid for not doing my homework before playing the fucking video game. I'm sorry, but that's just the way that it is. Makes me feel frustrated. Makes me feel like I'm not getting as much as I should out of this. And that's fine as far as really intense pieces of background history and lore regarding the universe. Like, it's cool that there are individuals who know this information because it's interesting to them. And it is interesting to me, but I'm not there yet. I'm just not at that point yet. I need to understand and care about the basics of the story before I get in anything that was going on 100,000 years ago when the Halo rings were fired. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if this is unreasonable for me to suggest, but this is just kind of where I'm at as far as this ending goes. And so kind of my final thoughts about Halo Infinite, as far as where I'm settled with this. I think that this is one of the better playing Halo games that they've made. This arguably plays better and is more fun than the rest of them. Honestly, I had a lot of fun with the gameplay of it. The weapons all felt really good to use. They felt distinct. I felt that there was a certain distinction of class and range and usefulness between basically every weapon. Yes, the battle rifle did feel like the most impactful and the most useful. But that's not... Like, everything else still feels viable. And this is a stark contrast to some of the other games and some of the other weapons and stuff like that, right? And in particular, when we talk about the context of this new trilogy, I'm going to reference Halo 4, where everything just kind of felt fucking useless to use. So Halo Infinite really improved on that. The open world sections were beautiful. It was extraordinarily fun navigating everything with the grappling hook, an excellent addition. I feel like there's a lot of tools and things that I never really even got around to using that if you wanted to, I feel could spice up the gameplay and give a lot of variety, which is great. But I don't know. I feel like I didn't get the payoff with this ending that I wanted. I feel like this is it's another kind of stab in the back, especially coming off of Halo 5, which in my opinion kind of did the same shit. Now, I do think that this was better overall because it generated enough interest and enough information along the way to keep me playing and keep me interested, whereas Halo 5 kind of didn't really do that, in my opinion. But unfortunately, I feel Halo Infinite's ending, in fact, a lack of ending, you could arguably say, I feel like it mitigates my opinion of this. I can't say that I like this as much as I wanted to, because I just didn't get the payoff of information and a satisfying conclusion with our characters and everything that I wanted. I don't know. Maybe you guys, I'd be fascinated to know your comments and your opinions about all this going on and kind of my take on it, but this is just kind of where I'm at. And I still don't feel the same satisfaction with this ending that I got like 5 Halo games ago in Halo 3, where it just felt like it wrapped everything up and it felt like it was satisfying as far as the impact on our characters and everything like that. Like all this going on, and what did Master Chief and the weapon do? They just hopped in a Pelican and just said, okay, let's get back to it. Like, what are we doing? This isn't finishing the fight. The fight is just going to go on forever. It's infinite. More and more and more and more. But that's not... And this is something in particular I feel is frustrating, given the battle between Master Chief and Escharum, was this idea of the hero's journey ending. Escharum died. Master Chief is going to live on and continue his legacy and the legend on top of his own, but eventually you have to assume that Master Chief will experience the same fate in some kind of way. Now, probably not being killed, but eventually the hero's journey has kind of got to end within the life of the individual. The legend can live on, but Master Chief can't. But this ending seems to suggest that it's just going to keep going, and Master Chief's just going to keep fighting until this fucking franchise dies. And I don't know if I like that. I'm honestly, I am okay with the idea of the Master Chief putting down his weapon and living out the rest of his life in peace. The legend still exists, the character is still fantastic, but it's gotta fucking end at some point. And I feel like it just... What this tells me is just like, okay, the devs just want to keep milking the Master Chief and keep this game going, and we're just going to continue the story in DLC, and it's never really going to end, because we gotta... Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't like that. I don't. It feels like it's just kind of cheapened everything that's been going on. Let me know what you guys think about this. As far as Halo stuff moving forward, I think I may very well end up, honestly, reacting to lore videos and stuff again. I'm intrigued by the story of this. I am. I'm intrigued by the lore of the Halo universe, and I feel like if I knew more, I would care more, specifically about this ending. And it's interesting to me, as far as these factions that we have and the history and these distant events and everything. I had a lot of fun reacting to the terminals, especially the Halo 4 terminals of all things. which gave more context behind the Forerunners and stuff like that. Like, those things are fascinating to me because I like good stories. I feel like the Halo universe overall is a good story. But when you look at it from kind of a more specific context, like Halo Infinite story, or Halo 5 story, or even kind of Halo 4 story overall, they just feel like lost. It feels like they didn't know what they wanted to do with the characters and the enemies and the plot, you know, the things that you have within the hero's journey. Like a threat. Who is the bad guy and why should I want to beat him? Like, Halo Infinite kind of had that. But then we got to the end here with the Harbinger and it just was like, oh, okay. You didn't really explain why I should give a shit. I had to look it up in an article to understand. Now, again, that might just be me. It might be because I'm not paying enough attention. I concede that. I do. But if I'm correct and Halo Infinite didn't explain it well enough for kind of a newbie player to understand, that's not my fault. It's the storyteller's fault then for not conveying the things that I should care about well enough. That's my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Overall, I think as far as the games go, I had a lot of fun with them. I did. This is all that remains as far as Halo games. They haven't made another one, or I don't think they've made the DLC or anything for it yet. So we're going to leave it there as far as it goes. Let me know what you guys think about this. If you're interested, or if you have recommendations for like lore videos and stuff that I can go through, I'd be happy to react to those. I don't know how often I will do it because I'm still going to have other games going on in the rotation. But I'm willing to do that if there's enough interest to it, because it's interesting to me. So let me know what you guys think about this. Thanks for watching.